Hey everybody, welcome back to our monthly market update for real estate in the Pacific Northwest. I'm Janet Spisak with Keller Williams North Sound, and we are going to jump right in. We've got lots of things to be optimistic about with the vaccination coming out and a new year ahead of us. Hopefully, we will leave this one in the dust, and lots of great things will happen. So let's. I'm going to share my screen. Let's talk about what is happening in the Pacific Northwest in the real estate market. So give me a second. All right. So this is basically a market update for King, Snohomish, and Island County. Those are the specific counties I work primarily in. However, it really is the whole Pacific Northwest that this pertains to most all of the area here in the Pacific Northwest. The information is gathered from the Northwest Multiple Listing Service, the NWMLS, and there are some economist stuff and some forecasting in here as well. So let's just jump right in. So activity was unusually strong going into December, and it has remained abnormally higher than normal than we see this time of year, which is great. We've had strong year-over-year increases in closed sales. They are up 23%. Pending sales, which are mutually accepted contracts, are up 7.9%. However, inventory is down 43%, and the inventory is homes that are actually on the market, which is continuing to drive prices up because of the low inventory, supply and demand. So speaking of inventory, the year saga of depleting inventory remains through the end of the year, and I foresee it coming, remaining that way for the first part of next year. However, I do know a handful of people that are waiting to list until the new year, so hopefully we'll get some influx in inventory early in the year. There were about 6,500 total active listings at the end of November, which is down from a year ago, almost in half. A year ago, there were 11,366. Supply in November was at its lowest level since this last February. And so the 23 different counties that cover the Northwest MLS show kind of a wide range of deficit in decline supply, where King County is showing 18% down from a year ago. Snohomish and Island counties and other counties are reporting drops of 63% in inventory. So King County is down, their inventory is down 18%, but not nearly as much as it is in the other surrounding counties. And I think that has a lot to do with a lot of some urban flight that I've watched. I've been tracking numbers, and there's a lot of people moving out of King County to Pierce, Snohomish, Island, Whatcom, Skagit counties, and they're driving the prices up there because the demand, and then now there's a kind of a depletion or decline in inventory. And the shortages are most acute for single family homes. The condo supply has actually improved by 7.1%. And I'm only speculating, but I'm guessing that condo living in urban areas are a little less attractive right now, having gone through COVID. So let's just touch on the condo market just slightly for a little bit. Condo listings system-wide are up more than 7% year over year. So we have 7% more from last year that are listed. Closed sales jumped nearly 34% overall, and condo prices increased more than 11%. So while you see them kind of moving away from it, there's still a lot of people that's attractive to, that's maybe their starter home. So we have more listings from last year, more sales from last year, and the prices have increased more than 11%. So that if you're a condo owner, don't lose heart. They're still selling. I have one listed right now. Seattle condo sales have actually gone down 8%. Countywide. So condo sales, that's where you're seeing the majority of the drop in condo sales is really the urban areas. So the MLS brisk activity indicators, the ratio of pending sales to new listings. So November's 8,500 pending sales outgained the month's new listing, which totaled 6,400 area-wide. So by a couple thousand. We have a couple thousand more pendings than we have actually new listings. So new listings only surpassed pending sales during 2 months of this year, and that was in March and April, which results in the depleted supply of activity, or the, excuse me, depleted supply of activity listings. Say that 3 times fast. And which brings us to our price increase with that supply and demand. Prices were up nearly 14% from a year ago. So if your house was worth $434,900, it is now worth $495,000. Not bad net worth increase, just for keeping the lights on. 17 of the 23 counties included in the MLS had double-digit price gains compared to a year ago. Double-digit price gains. Excellent. So there's this thing called Zoom towns now. Zoom towns are scenic destinations where people can live more cheaply and achieve a work-life balance. And we actually had 2 identified in Washington State, and that is San Juan Islands and Methow Valley. And that's from the Pacific Northwest Economic Region Forum. And so year to date, sales in San Juan County, because San Juan County is on the Pacific Northwest side, Methow is across the mountains. It is up more than 48%. And I'm seeing this happen in so that's San Juan County. I'm seeing this happen in Island County as well, because a couple of San Juan Islands are in Island County, and I'm watching the very same thing happen there. About 25% of my business happens in Island County, and they're seeing price increases in the 30s and 40%. So that's incredible. Used to be sleepy and quiet up there. Here's just a quick visual. In Island County, again, they're really seeing the biggest numbers here. Homes for sale in November were 236 units. It was down 18.1% compared to the previous month, but down 60% compared to last year. And again, I think that's a lot to do with inventory. Homes placed under contract in November were 179 units. That's down 12.3% compared to last month, but it's up 35% from last year. So sold homes are going up year over year, but from last month they're down slightly. And it's kind of confusing because if you hear the sound bites for the news, they'll say, homes for sale, are down 18% and homes under contract are down 12%. Well, that's really directly related to inventory and not demand. But it is, however, up from last year, 35%. So it is actually trending up pretty substantially. Snohomish County, homes for sale in November were 824. That's down 28.7% compared to the previous month, and down 54% to the previous year. Homes placed under contract, however, were 1,269 units, which is down 19.1% from last month and up 16.9% from the last year. And mind you, we're talking about the fall and going into winter, and these numbers actually are usually bigger because this is typically the sleepier time in real estate where there's less transactions going on, and we're up 16%. So that shows you when you're talking about just the time of year, it's up 16.9%, down 19% from last month. However, year over year, it's making big increases. And then King County, similarly, homes for sale in November were 3,791, which is down 20.7% compared to the previous month, and down 19.4% compared to last year. And then homes placed under contract are to 2,843, which is down 20.4% compared to previous month and up 18.7% compared to last year. So the last 2 numbers, the units available are down 19% and the units sold are up 18%. So it's making a significant impact on inventory and pricing. And then we zeroed in on the Seattle Metro because it's kind of a microcosm of its own. Homes for sale in November were 2,069 units. That's down 19% from previous month and up 14.6% from the previous year. And homes placed under contract were 1,041, which is down 16.5% compared to last month and up 19.8% compared to last year. All right, this is just an interesting statistic across all of the National Association for Realtors that tracks all of the the multiple listing services across the country. From September of 2018 to September of 2020, there have been anywhere from 2 to 3.4 on average offers per house being sold, which is amazing. I mean, there's some that just get one offer, two offers, and then there's some that get 29 in hotspots. But really, for an average of 3.4 offers across the country, that's incredible. The housing market is very strong. It is great to be a seller right now. And then the low mortgage rates are absolutely fueling the demand. Based on the latest Insight reports, the average loan is taking up to 55 days to complete due to the high volume of refinancing combined with purchases. However, my preferred lenders are killing it right now. They are still closing in under 30 days. I have a closing this week that will be an under 30-day closing. And it wasn't a slam dunk. It took some work, but I think those lenders who kind of saw this coming or felt something happening and built some infrastructure for it, they're still operating at that kind of 30-day mark, but it is actually getting harder and harder to close in 30 days. So manage those expectations. But it looks like a bright 2021 for home sales. The National Association of Realtors and the National Economists are optimistic, thankfully. They're anticipating continual gain in value, but a somewhat slower rate. While Snohomish County saw increases of 11.5%, they're anticipating for next year a 6.1% increase year over year. And then King County saw an 8.7% increase this year, and they're forecasted to see more like 5.7% increase for next year. Moving out of urban areas is happening, so it's increasing the values of those outlying areas, and so that's something to really be watched. I would be surprised if Snohomish County actually sees 6.1. I could see it going higher than 6.1 based on all of the numbers I've been tracking. I think it will be between 6, be in that middle zone between 6 and 11. Sometimes it feels a little unsustainable, but with interest rates as low as they are, the buying power is greatly increased, and it's helping fuel this increase in value as well. King and Whatcom counties now have become basically unaffordable, especially for first-time home buyers. And with COVID and flexible working locations, those extended areas have become super desirable. And so interestingly, King County is the metropolitan. Whatcom County sits at the very north end of Washington, right next to Canada. And again, that place is becoming almost unaffordable as well. So in totally two different lifestyles, really, but becoming a little out of reach, certainly for the first-time home buyers. So we're optimistic about the real estate market for 2021. The market remains strong while interest rates are projected to stay low clear through 2023. They're speculating, giving buyers extraordinary buying power, and sellers, top dollar for their property, which is really great to be a seller right now. But I have strategies for both. And there's a lot of fear around selling right now because the big scare is, where will I go? Which I think is actually even fueling the low inventory, because there's all this talk of no inventory. So people are thinking, well, if I sell, I want to sell, absolutely want to sell. I want to take advantage of the value that their houses have increased, but there's fear around where will they go. And so my team has great strategies around making a plan before we sell your house so that you have a way forward that is a perfect solution for your situation. So that's great. And then with buyers, with inventory so low, we have strategies for getting our offers accepted, and really creative ways to write offers, because not, sometimes you can't, not only money helps you get an offer. There's lots of ways to write an offer where you include obviously the price matters, but you include other things into the contract that the seller might need or want, whether it's a little extended closing or rent back after, or, there's lots of different things we can write into contracts to get offers accepted. So with that, let's go back. I hit the wrong button. So if you are curious about selling, even just having a conversation about selling, you can either call me, email me, or join us for one of our sellers workshops and just hear about our strategies for maximizing your asset while creating a plan and a way forward for where you'll live when you sell. So there's my phone number. It's 425-268-3353. And you can email me at janet@yourhomeadvocate.com. And I'd be happy to chat with you. If you're interested in going to a seller's workshop, or we have buyer's workshops as well, just ping me on either one of those, and my team will set you up on that. And meanwhile, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I hope that 2021 is remarkable in all good ways, not like the remarkable one we're leaving behind. And give me a call. I'd love to chat. And Happy New Year, and may your days be merry and bright. Thanks for stopping by, and I will talk to you in the new year. And I'm trying to shut there we go. Now I'm saying goodbye. Ciao.